collective flowers, flowers, flowers. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Adana, also known as TheAfrozen. Today we're reading for the beautiful and handsome collective. Hey collective, hey, flowers, flowers, flowers. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. To book a private reading with me or to shop in my store, all that information is in the description box below. Alright, so let's get into it. So this is a meditative message here, and the message is they feel stuck, literally. So I was sitting in meditation and I drifted off into my state, and I ended up in what appears to me look like Venus, the planet Venus. It really was what people say. It's they say women are from Venus, men are from Mars. I truly believe that. I do. But anyway, it was very Venusian-like. It had lots of hearts, different types of hearts, green hearts, red hearts. It was beautiful. It was fluttering. There were many different variation of hearts, and even bad ones too. But overall, there were more great hearts than the bad ones. And I'm looking around and I'm seeing every time the hearts, the great hearts will come out, they will touch against something and it will grow it. So I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. But then I also realized or recognized that when the darker hearts came out and touched things, it would completely destroy it. So I didn't like that because I wanted the environments to remain a certain way of like a high vibrational love type of thing going. And it was these like older, rotten, decrepit looking hearts that been beat up, went through a lot, but didn't take the time to heal itself. That's a metaphor, okay? They didn't take the time to heal themselves. So they just grew older in time, and as it grew, it got older, it got uglier. This is how the heart felt, and it wanted to get like a payback by coming back to this Venusian energy or state and try to start to destroy it. So when I realized that was the plan, I started to state my word of power of love. And as I started to say that, I saw that the older hearts, the older rotten hearts started to like coagulate. It started to make really crazy shapes and stuff like that, to the point where it just combusted. Then once that scene had ended, I went to another scene where those same hearts that were like broken up, they were in this area, a specific area. It was very limited, like a box state. And it had different names on these box of these hearts that just broke. It was like a puzzle piece, like you had to put all the letters together, like kind of like a soul train type of thing. But anywho, they were stuck in this corner, and I turned around and I asked the others, I said, well, why are they still here? Like, why is this not cleaned up, or whatever the case may be? And they said, I'm just calling them the Venusians. The Venusians said, it's not time to clean it up. People need to see it for how it is first, and then we'll clean it up. So when they said that to me, I was like, I paused, because I was like, wow. That's like, wow. Like, they're in a stuck state because people need to see them for who they truly are. That's what I got from the message. And that's exactly what's happening to these individuals. They're in a stuck state because they don't know what to do. They don't know who to call. They don't know who to turn to. They don't know who to run to. They don't know. They don't know. And because they don't know, because they feel limited, they feel stuck, they're starting to decompose or combust because they have nowhere else to go. We have intelligence in reverse. Yeah, we're not dealing with, they're not smart. They're just gonna call it what the fuck it is. They're not smart. They're not smart at all, clearly. Patience is in reverse. So yeah, they don't know how to be patient. Their whole MO is to get things done in a quick, fast, in a hurry, like a New York, I think it's nick of time. Yeah, the New York nick of time. That's always how they lived life. They lived life in a very, I'm hearing gregarious or gargarious. Let me just look up the etymology really quickly. Gregarious. Gregar. Yeah. Disposed to live in flocks. Okay. Pertaining to a flock. Flock or herd. Okay, thank you. That makes sense. They live in a more gregarious environment. Herd. Control. And these individuals, when they were small, they did not have any control. And the more that they did not have control, the more this burning sensation of wanting to have control festered. But because they went through a very long time of not feeling in control of themselves, this is where traumas and this is where illnesses start to kick in. Over time, if someone experienced the same type of experience, a negative experience over and over and over, it is highly possible that that can turn into some kind of an illness or a trauma. And in some cases, it can turn into a generational trauma because no one is taking care of it. No one is talking about it. No one is taking the steps to heal it and things of that nature. This is the group, the karmics. This is who we're speaking about, or who I'm speaking about here. They don't have patience. It will always a go, 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 hurry, hurry, hurry. Ironclad. This is how they were raised. And I'm talking about the boomers, because clearly this is the issue, are the boomers. Not all of the boomers. Let me make that clear. Let me make that very pristinely clear. I am only thoroughly speaking about the karmic boomers. Let me say that 2 more times. I am thoroughly speaking about the karmic boomers. 1 more time. I don't want my words misconstrued. I am solely and thoroughly speaking about the karmic boomers. All right, we got that out the way. Growing up, it was very cutthroat. And it had a lot to do with control. And a lot of these childish adults did not have control of self when they were growing up. They had to do as I say, not as I do. You need to stay in a child's place. When adults are speaking, you leave the room. Old ways of living. And this is the trauma that they carry to their next generation, and they still thinking that they can still do this in this day and time, or this time and age, day and time, whatever, however. And that can't be done because a lot of people, the collective, is wanting to adopt or be adept or adapt to newer ways of living, better living, higher qualities of living, being in healthy connections, in healthy this, in healthy that. The collective is trying to find a solution to this problem, control. And control can be spent in many, many, many different ways. But the common denominator, in my opinion, is control. And this is why these karmics are getting out of control, or going out of control, because they never had control. Imagine this, right? Imagine you as a child, because some of you guys can relate. You did not have control over yourself, meaning You may have been sexually abused. You may have been physically abused, emotionally abused. You've been abused in so many different ways, right? And from all of that trauma, that extensive trauma, if you did not have taken the time to heal all of your traumas or some of your traumas, you will be in the same predicament or position as the karmic. So to the karmic, seeing you going through these things that they went through, not only are you very vocal about it, you're speaking up about it, it's foreign to them. They can't understand. They don't understand why is it so comfortable or easier for the collective to speak up about the things that has happened. Because the collective wants change. And with change needs action. Not so? On the other hand, with the karmics there, again, they have no control. So growing up, that's what I was going back to. Imagine growing up and you're going through all these extensive abusive situations and experiences, right? And you never received the help or anything like that. As they grow up from a child to an adult, that the need for the control has festered so much that it actually create a monster within these individuals, to the point where they will do anything possible to remain in control of self. But the thing is, they never had control of self. They never had it. They're searching through it through others, and they feel their way of controlling themselves is through controlling others through themselves. Hopefully that makes sense. And when they see people like the collective that's not going for that shit, completely different, it enrages them even more to solidify that they still need to be in control. So because they are losing control, they no longer have control, they're self-destructing. Trust in the universe is in reverse. They think the collective is weird, is odd for believing in an invisible power, a higher source, the divine, the universe. They think that we, I'm gonna include myself, they think that we are weird for believing in an invisible, a higher source. Your imaginations can take you as far as you allow it to take you. And when I said imagination, your imagination is nothing but your perceptive or perception of things. It's how you view and how you see the world. That's your movie. What's in your movie? What's in your contents? And people see your contents are very different from theirs. Theirs is the same thing day in and day out, with no success in between or throughout it. And they were like, how is it that their movie is different? How are they able to perceive or look at things differently? Because the collective is outside of the box. And because you're outside of the box, you allow yourself to be open to the vast opportunities of learning something, of doing something, etc., etc. They ain't got that. So going back to trust in the invisible, if they don't even trust in themselves, so why would they trust in something that's invisible? That makes sense. How the fuck you don't even trust yourself? Clearly they don't trust themselves. The way they acting out here, they not trusting themselves. They just doing it. They just doing it. And that could be another reason too. They did it because they didn't trust themselves. I hope that made sense. I said it twice, but it's two different endings or definitions. So when they see you looking for answers, or you're giving your time and your space, your energy, your love to a higher divine source, it's different. And people who don't have control of self don't like differences. It makes them think. And they're coming from a time where they did not have time to think. It was always you have to, you have to, you have to, you have to. Well, if no one is coming along to break that up, to destroy that, to decimate that, to create something new, they want to continue to do that. Again, here you come, collective, with your difference. And it's completely anything that they've ever experienced, witnessed, anything ever. It's foreign to them. It's foreign to them because they never had the opportunity to do that or to choose that way. This is where you come in. The divine sent you in to show them, to help them, to assist them to see, hey, there is a different way to do this. You ain't got to do it this way. There are other ways that you can do it. But it's like talking to a brick wall. Womp, 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 womp. It's a clash. They're fighting. They're oppressing, or they're opposing the new. And the new is what is needed for them to get out of that stagnancy. But here's the kicker. They get frustrated, or they grew frustrated with you, and they blamed everything on you because you're too different for them. Something that they've never witnessed, experienced, or seen before. They can't put it into words. They can't compute it. They can't understand. How is it that you could be so different like this out here? All I know is this. It has to be this way. This is why a lot of them are going crazy, going out of control, ballistic. And in some cases here, the reason why some of them are unaliving others as well too, for control. Control that they never had of self, but they feel like the control is outside of them. And this is how they operate, outside of themselves. Because if they had control of themselves, you would not have this issue. That's the issue. Again, control. Stagnation. And when you don't have control of self, you will remain, or you will become stagnant. You don't know what to do. You don't know where to go. You don't know who to turn to. Stagnation. But if you take the time to sit and listen, hold on. If you take the time to sit and listen to self, you won't be stagnant. You will not be stagnant. We have peace here as well too. The peace of mind comes from within. And if you're not able to listen to the guidance of your soul, you'll never be at peace. This is why they think the collective is so crazy, because we know who we are. We know who we are. We took the time to do what we need to do to signify that, or to clarify or confirm, whatever, however. And they can't understand your differences at all. They just can't. So they're very sick. Healing is in reverse. They're very sick to their stomach. Literally, figuratively, financially, emotionally. They are sick to their stomach. Sick because they're stuck. Sick because they don't know how to control the situation. But like I said before, you can't control something that you've never controlled before. And if you've never controlled yourself before, you won't be able to control anything around you. And when I say control anything around you, not other people, because other people cannot be controlled. Other people cannot be controlled. I'm speaking about the options that is there for you to make, or the decisions that is there, the options that is there for you to make a decision in regards to the controlled environment. The only thing that you can control in an environment is you. Is you. Just you. Not nobody else. Just you. But we got people that are still in a very stuck way, archaic way of thinking, that they feel that the control is outside of them. That's why they keep chasing it. They're trying to chase this control. And when they're met with opposition, it throws them for a loop. They get confused. They get stuck. They get stagnant. And it makes it grow even further or more. This monster within, this distressed monster that wants control of self, it festers even more. It grows even more. To the point now you see people going fucking ballistically crazy because they have no control. They have no control of self. So because they can't control themselves, they want to control other people, to the point where they're actually hurting and killing people because they can't control them. This is why a lot of the stuff has been swept under the table, because people love fear. Oh, I'm going there. People love fear. People love the idea that another person, another human being can be in fear of them. It gives them a sense of control of others, not self. Again, everything is outside of them, because that's how they view the world, outside of themselves, not inwardly, outside of themselves. They don't know how to tap to their own beats. They don't know how to do things for self. This is why they are in herds. And they recruit minions of dumbasses who think like them to bring fear or incite fear towards other people, i.e. the collective. Well, the collective is seeing through all this shit, and the collective don't want no fucking parts of that. Collective not scared of no fucking body. What? We the collective. We ain't scared of a motherfucker. What? I'm just saying. And because they're realizing, these karmics are realizing that you are no longer afraid, or you don't show fear to them, they're upping the ante in regards to control, but they never had control. So the only thing here, the true thing here, is that everyone is seeing them lose control of self. They never had it. That's their true, authentic nature, their true, authentic character. And now everyone is getting to see these individuals in their stuck state that they wanted for you. And people are not liking it. They're walking away. See, identities in reverse. They didn't want people to see the real them, the true them. But the true them cannot be covered anymore. That was fated to happen. The true them was fated for everyone to see. Come on, spirit. Sprinkle me, spirit. Now everyone is going back in time within the subconscious. You see the light and the dark. There's a balance. And they're going back and they're recollecting all of the things that has transpired. And they're realizing that the things that they were shown or told, it's not true. Because the rose-colored glasses is finally off. And people are finally starting to wake up and see the fuckery that's going on. And that can spill in so many different ways. From the smallest thing to the highest thing. So y'all put it where y'all need to put it, okay? But I want to speak about the karmics. That's who I'll speak about, the karmic boomers. They are afraid of your difference. Your difference to them is like an illness that they have to get rid of. Because they don't want change. You know why? Because they couldn't do it. They don't have control. Full circle. And because they don't have control, they never did it for self. And they see someone younger than them coming in and doing this, or older, take how it resonates, but y'all get my drift. They're seeing someone fresh, new, and innovative. I'll say it that way. Fresh, new, and innovative. Of any age. I'll say it that way. It becomes a threat. A threat to the no control that they never had. So this is why they're pushing for you and trying to hurt you and gun for you, because you're not like them. You're not the norm. And if you're not like them, why are you here? That makes sense? So this is why they've been going so hard against you, because you're not like them. But you're pushing back. Which is making them scared, because normally when they do the same tactic day in and day out, people are afraid of them. And here you come with your difference, your unique difference of self. You're like, what the fuck you doing? That's how they look. That's how they want you to see them. Like this three-headed monster. You looking at them like, yo, what's up with you? You all right? What's going on with you? And they looking at you like, well, what's wrong with you? I'm raw. You don't see me? You don't see me? Yeah, I see you, but what that got to do with us? What do you mean what it got to do with us? You don't see me? And it just keeps growing and growing and growing and growing to the point where there's no point to return, no point of return. And they completely destroyed themselves. That is how you beat a narcissist. And trust me, I've slayed lots of narcissists in my life. I sure did. I sure the fuck did. I told you, this is how they become stuck. And they are stuck and they are sick because they have no power, boo. You got the power, collective. What's up, boo? Come on. You got the power, boo. That's the tea that they refuse to drink. Who gives a fuck? They in so much trouble for not being able to control themselves. Imagine, they want to hurt people because they don't got control of themselves. And then when you call them out of the not having any control of themselves, they get mad at you. You only just trying to change the narrative, flip it, open it up a little bit wider so others can see there are other ways of doing this. There are other ways that you can manage this. There are other ways or other paths that you can take to make it better for you. They refuse. And because they refuse your differences, they want to make your life 10 times harder because you are different. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense whatsoever. It just doesn't. Perspective is in reverse. I feel like we're living in a upside down world. I mean, the bad is good and the good is bad. I don't understand that. I don't get that. I don't get that shit at all. I don't get it. So a lot of things that they thought they have buried, right? Lost. is coming up. All of their old history. Time repeats itself. Time always repeats itself. Time repeats itself. Unless you're willing to change it. Yes, time repeats itself, but it can change if you're willing to change it. This is where trickery comes in. When they don't have control over the control that they never had. This is where trickery comes in. They're trying to trick you. They're trying to trick your mind. They're trying to make you feel like your way, the open way, the endless possibilities of ways is not true. It doesn't make sense. It would never work. Well, how are you going to tell someone that's been doing it, it's been working for them, to someone who is in a very one-track state of mind, seeing that it's working, but don't want you to know that it's working, so they're trying to gaslight you, psychologically mind fuck you. I mean, I could spin this in so many ways. They don't make sense. They do not make sense whatsoever. They don't make sense, which is why all this arguing and fighting, it just doesn't make sense. It just fucking doesn't, because it's like you're arguing with a brick fucking wall. Something that keeps churning out the same bullshit day in and day out. Same shit. What's that saying? We're like, hey, how you doing? Same shit, different day. That's literally their life. That's literally their motto. That's literally how they live life. Same shit, different day. Pay attention to when you're speaking to people. How you doing, man? Same shit. Same shit. Just a different day. Why would you think that's so? Why would you think that's something to say? Why would you even put that in your vernacular, your vocabulary? Why? Why would you put that in your vocabulary? Same shit, different day. That's exactly what you fucking get. And especially in the morning, you having this conversation. Hey, how you going, man? Same shit, different day. That's exactly what you setting for the day. Ain't no fucking way. I ain't doing that. I send that bullshit back. People don't realize the power of their words. This is why they boxed in. Because they don't know how to use their words. And that could be spun in many different ways. They don't know how to use their words because they were never taught how to express themselves. It was always do as I say, not as I do. I say it's this way. You don't question me. You don't da 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 da. Ain't nobody living the fuck like that. Ain't no fucking submission, no slave mentality. Y'all can take that shit and ride the fuck off into the sunset with that bullshit. I'm not living my life with no fucking slave mentality and no do as I say. Fuck you and fuck that. I don't give a fuck who upset. I'm not living like that. I'm living life in the most freest way that the divine allows me to live. That's how I'm going to live my life. According to what the universe tell me, you know, okay, yeah, all right, yeah. And my ancestors. I'm not living life in no fucking way like that. In no box-ass way of thinking. Anywho. You're just different. And they can't stand your differences because they can't emulate your differences. They can't mock your difference. That also bothers them too. They talk shit about you, but yet they want to be just like you. They secret fans. Or else why the fuck would they be going so hard for you? If you don't care about the collective, so you say, karmic, they different, they weird, they're dumb, they're all this stuff. Why are you so fucking engrossed with the collective then? If we're all these things that the karmics are saying that we are, why are you so engrossed? Why are you so hell-bent? Why are you so fucking obsessive over the collective? Make it make sense, bruh. You showing your hand and you don't even realize it. Again, no control of anything. And they really feel like their form of control is to control people outside of them. No, bitch. You gotta control you, motherfucker. You gotta control you, boo. People are not for control. You want to control something? Control yourself. Control your actions. Control how you speak to people. Then you got the drug. The drug era. So shit. Now they don't have no type of direction, and they slouched over on this fucking drug. Crack era and all that shit. I ain't gonna go too deep. Let me just, let me intellectually stimulate your mind for a few. I love high intellect conversations. I do. But we got this drug here, this drug issue that they can't seem to kick, and they blame you because they just blame you because they can't be you. They see qualities in you that they would love to embody, but they can't embody it if they don't have control of self. This is why they slander you. Men. And it's the men. The karmic boomer men. That wants this control. Or wants to keep this level of control. And it's not happening. It's just not. It's not happening. This is why they want to hurt and unalive people, because they can't control them. Who the fuck are you, karmic? Who in the fuck are you to create that bullshit amongst other people? Control your fucking self. Control your bowels. Control your dick. Control your mouth. You want to be out here disseminating control amongst other people, but you can't even control you. And now then getting mad at the fact that you can't control others. So you want to inflict harm or very adverse, oppressive energy or force to people that's not listening to you, to people that's not giving a fuck about you. We don't give a fuck about you, karmic. We don't. We don't give a fuck about you. That's your fault. You want people to start giving a fuck about you? Start giving a fuck about yourself. Give a fuck about the decisions that you make that could potentially affect not only your stupid ass, but other people around you, jackass. Take fucking accountability for the bullshit that you are. You are bullshit, karmic. You are. That's the raw truth that a lot of people don't want to handle. And this is another thing I've mentioned, made a post about. People only accept the truth to their level of understanding. And if all they know in their level of understanding is low vibrational shit, that's the only truth that they will accept. That's the only truth that they know, because that's the only truth that they've ever experienced. So here you come with the real, raw truth. Shit that could expand your mind. Shit that make you think like, what the things that make you think. They want to destroy it before it's spoken, because the real raw truth brings change. And these karmic masculine boomers don't want fucking change. There's nothing that they can do about it. It's here. And it's either they get with the fucking program or they get the fuck out. And lots of them are getting the fuck up out of here because they don't have control of self. They want to do the same things. They want to use the same type of oppression that they went through as a child onto this newer collective. And they realizing that shit not working. So now they're trying to use force, and they're trying to bring other people, pick-me's. This is where the karmic women, boomers, come in, the pick-me's. Oh, we gotta honor our man. And we gotta do what he's saying. We gotta kiss his feet. Bitch, fuck yeah. What the fuck they doing for me? You want me to cook, clean, sex ya, fuck ya, love ya, take care of the kids, da 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 da. Well, all you do is just be? And we gotta listen to that submission of being under you? I don't want that shit. Then y'all can have it. I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that shit. If it's not an equal reciprocity where I'm scratching your back and you're scratching my back, I don't want that shit. I don't want it. I'm not here to be submerged underneath anyone's submission. Anyone's, especially a nigga, not a man, because men don't do that. Niggas do that. Got me all the way fucked up with that one. Young boys in men's bodies. That's what I'm talking about. Man boys. Man boys. Little boys in men's bodies. They don't know their front from their back. So now that people are speaking up and out, it's a form of disrespect, and they're still trying to use this old way of thinking, fear, by pushing it onto you to get you to make sure that you understand that I still have control. Bitch, you ain't got no fucking control. You ain't got no control. Because if you did, you wouldn't be feeling stuck. You wouldn't be feeling like you don't know where to go or who to go to. You wouldn't be feeling that way. So clearly, you ain't got no control. And because they ain't got no control, they're self-sabotaging themselves. And that's because of your boundaries. And this goes for family too. Anyone. Like I said, I literally summed it up. I literally summed it up. Stuck energy. Then we have friends with benefits and jealous, right? Could be a Scorpio, low vibrational Scorpio that belongs to the streets. Going back to the level of perception, as I stated. People can only understand the truth from their level of perception. And if people are not open up to seeing the truth in a broader way or scale of things, it'll be very hard for them to accept it or accept that level of truth. And we're dealing with these older boomers, karmic boomers, that feel that their way is the highway. And it's not. This is why they're suffering in silence. This is why alcohol is very prevalent amongst this group. And the old ways of thinking is dying out. Unloyal. They've been unloyal to themselves since day one. But a part of that is because of how they were brought up through their family dynamics. And they carried that tradition or generational trauma, or attempted to, into this wave. And it's not happening. It's not happening. And this is what they can't understand. So they're doing things to make you feel like they have control. Sleeping with your friends. How does that hurt the collective? You're sleeping with the collective's friend or family member. How or why should that affect the collective? I think that's the better question. Why or how should that affect the collective? You're doing it. You're the one that don't have control, karmic. And if you're doing things where you don't have control, you're going to get things back that's going to be out of your control, i.e. incurable STDs, sickness, ailments. I mean... So when they think that they're doing something to you by cheating on you, they're not doing nothing to you. If anything, shit, they helping you. They're helping you to see their fucking ways so you can get up and get the fuck away from them. If anything, again, their form of control is hurt. That's their form of control. And if you've healed from the hurt, how can you hurt? Being beaten on, degraded, yelled at, cursed at, hands placed on. They try all these different things of fear, submission, to make you feel like they still have control. And once you realize, you see right through them, you be like, bruh, you ain't got no fucking control, bruh. You ain't got no control, y'all. This is why when I do some of these readings about they're trying to unalive the collective, yeah, that part is true. That part is true. But ain't nothing to be afraid of. They have no control. That's just them self-sabotaging. Well, if I don't have control, okay. It's not going to happen. They just going to end up hurting themselves, boo. They just going to end up hurting themselves. You're not afraid of me? Why in the fuck would I be afraid of you, karmic? For what reason? You're using fear as a form of control. I don't fear anything, and no one's in control of me. So what is there to fear? What is there to fear? We're dealing with individuals, older individuals that cannot express the way they feel. Again, because they have no control of self. You can't even have a decent conversation with these individuals without them getting without them getting so upset and want to turn to the Incredible Hulk. Just because you want to speak or say something in a different way, in a different manner, it triggers them. Control equates to stagnancy. Control unit is a stagnant state. That's all they know is stagnancy. Because again, they feel their way of control is to control others, and that is not it. That's why everything is falling down. Yeah. I mean, impulsive, like I said, this is why they so fucking impulsive. Like this is weird, right? They're emotionally exhausted. They have anger issues. Anger issues stems from not having control of self. Where do you think anger comes from? It is implanted within you. Yes, it's a state, but it's also implanted in you based on your experiences. And based on those experiences determine as to where these anger issues come in. And if you allow the issues of your anger to fester, you're going to create a monster within that's going to be shown outwardly for everyone to see. That's exactly what is happening here with these fucking karmics. You're seeing them for their true nature. They burning the fuck out. They banging out and they burning the fuck out. Because all they know is just this one way. And that one way is not enough to live in this new earth. No way. They remain to stay in a controlled state. That's on them. But they're not going to get far. And clearly, they're seeing that the errors of their way is not taking them far. It's just keeping them stuck and in a lot of trouble. Because if you have no control of self, it can get you in a lot of trouble. That's why they feel stuck. They don't believe in a higher source. You know why they don't believe in a higher source? Because they never had control of self. They have been praying and calling upon this God or divine when they were younger, but they didn't see any changes. That's where patience and faith comes in. They never had any because they weren't taught to have any. They were taught to always be on the go. You must, you must, you must, you must. Never time to just sit and be. So they lost the essence or the qualities of having faith. This shit don't work. I pray and this shit don't work. Where's your faith? Where's your patience? They have none. And for someone that doesn't have any faith and patience, they have no control of self. What they call us dumb. Yeah, they call us dumb. They call us dumb. Okay, whatever, Chief. Anxiety. Karmic. They're weak. Because now that you see them for what they are. They don't want people to see that. They don't want people to see that change in them. Come on, Spirit. They don't want people to see the changes in them. It's a negative change. They don't want people to see them in that way, but it's still a form of change that they're not ready or willing to accept. So this is why people like myself, the truth tellers, are coming out and speaking the truth. They can't handle that change. So they go behind the scenes with their bullshit, they Toy Story bullshit, Toy Story candles. And they start to do things in the dark, behind a place where you can't see, or so they thought. Because again, they don't have that faith. They don't have the ability to connect to the divine. They done obliterated that line. They don't have that. They don't have that anymore. That's long gone. And because they feel that they can still do what they do here, this is why they, I guess, deemed dangerous. I don't know, Jeff. Just whatever. Because I always ask the question, people say this person is armed and dangerous. This is my perception of things. When I hear that term, they're armed and dangerous. Clearly, I know the, armed with the pew-pew, okay, and dangerous. But in what way makes them dangerous? Like, I want to break it down to the core as to why this person does what they do. Where does it stem from? What causes them to have these emotions that were festered within to create this monster outwardly? And then when people experience this monster, they become afraid of the change because they don't want people to see that negative, adverse side of them. And they try to dismantle, they try to continue to hold on to the control of the change that they're not ready for. It just doesn't make sense. They don't make sense. It just don't make sense. It don't make sense. I'm telling you, shadow work, man. Like, it just don't make sense. It don't make sense. They could have been forced to pray as a young child as well. They could have been forced. You have to pray, you have to this, and they didn't want to do it because of the experiences that they experienced. And they took the divine out their thoughts. They sure did, because it wasn't working for them. It wasn't working for them. They just can't seem how to pray to something that they can't see or feel. They have no control of self. Because if you're in control of self, you can feel it. In some cases, you can see too. But if you have control of yourself, you know who you are. You know how to feel. You know what type of feelings that comes to you. You know you. You know you. You know you better than anybody. And that's another thing. They want to try and try to change the way you think. Because your way of thinking is too vast. It's too broad. Too much for them to comprehend. This is why they call you dumb and stupid. Because they don't understand. This is dumb. This is stupid. Yeah, because you don't understand. And because you don't understand, you frustrated, karmic. And you want to take out all of your frustrations on the collective. The collective not going for that, boo. Get somebody else to do it, because the collective not doing it, boo. You notice how they buddy with their herd of dumbasses, and they okay and they cool and they like and they cackling and shit. But we can't be in our own area, our own community or whatever. We can't do what we want to do without someone trying to impede on what we're trying to do or want to do for ourselves. The fuck out of here. They don't know how to speak because they weren't taught to speak. They were taught to hush, be quiet. I'll give you something more to cry about. Control. That's what they were given. And they feel like they hit the jackpot with the baton of this so-called control that they never had. And when this baton is not, it's like a magic wand to them. Well, I'm control and bitch, fuck you. You all you gotta do is swat that motherfucker. Swat that bullshit out their hand. Bitch, fuck you in that control. That's all you got. Swash that motherfucker. Bitch, go. Goodbye, boo. That wand, that hand, it's a form of control. You do as I say. Bitch, fuck ya. What do you mean, fuck me? Bitch, fuck ya. They start to self-destruct. And it's beautiful to see. This is why they sneaky. They want to show their true intention, their true nature, but their true nature is so fucking disgusting that people will be afraid of their change. No, people won't be afraid of that. People will see you for what it is, call you out, and move the fuck around. They don't want people to see them angry and irate because they lose this sense of control that they never fucking had. They never had it. So how are you going to hold on to something that you never had? Karmic. Manipulation. And this is what's triggering them. Because your level of truth is too fucking raw. But they the ones that attribute it to the truth being raw. They can dish it, but they can't take it. Once again. Synchronicity. They're getting lots of messages, confirmations that they are stuck. They're stuck to this sense of having no control. That's what they're stuck to. And because of their actions of not being in control of self, now things are out of control. Things that they can't no longer are in control of. They never had control to begin with. But the things that they assumed they had control over, no. To be honest, has control over them. That's another time, another story. But if you do not have control of yourself, other people can have control over you. Let me say that one more time. If you do not have control over yourself, other people can have control over you. Don't let nobody, no fucking body, I don't give a fuck who it, no fucking body have control over you. Nobody. This will be a dead end to your healing. And healing is something that is constant. Healing is an everyday thing. You're always evolving. You're always creating something new within self. So you constantly have to heal the many layers or facets of self. Healing is not a one-time thing. It's a daily thing. It takes years to change things, or to change things about, you know, what you went through from the past. It takes time. But with time brings justice, and the wheel turning into your favor, which you decided to do, collective. You decided to Two of Pentacles, the situation. You wanted to be balanced out with the Five of Cups. You had hope. You're moving forward. You're healing. You opened up the endless opportunities of ways to get yourself out of this predicament or situation. That's what you did. And it brought forth justice and the Wheel of Fortune. They only want to exercise death upon others because they have no control, and they feel death is they feel that death is a form of control. On a surface level, yeah, but we can go deeper, and it's not. No. So it's yes and no. But on the surface level of their low level of thinking, they feel like, well, if I do death, it's a form of control in that kind of way. But it's yes and no. I'll say yes and no, but I don't want to get too deep with that. Okay. So like I said, the Chariot, right? With the Ten of Cups, and it's the Emperor. Yeah, using their wand, their magician, their wand, their finger, their voice as a form of brutal control. And nobody not like, bitch, please. Like, what the fuck wrong with this person? What do you mean I don't have control over you? Bitch, you ain't got control over no fucking body. What part of that don't you fucking understand, karmic? Anybody worrying about your dusty ass? Ew. People only use control when they don't have control of others, and then they have to recruit or use other things to make them feel they're in control, i.e. a pew-pew, other people around them, surrounding them. And if you got a fucking herd of dumbasses pushing this bullshit, yeah, eventually some people gonna be in fear. But what the fuck you gotta be in fear for? Make it make sense. Am I speaking gibberish or what? Make it make fucking sense. Lord Father, make it make sense. The end all of all of this is that because they no longer, or because they never had control of self, the things that they created to not have control of self is now uncontrollable, untamable, and they have to sit there and they have to deal with it, i.e. their karma. They gotta deal with it, and they can't handle it, and they're being forced to surrender. They have there's no ands or buts. They have to surrender. Ay. Anywho, someone's name is Dave. See, dock number. So yeah, they're going to jail. They're going to fucking jail. Someone's name is alto. You could sing alto or soprano. You may have watched the show Soprano. Oh goodness. They're sick to their stomach. Someone's name is Ace. Someone's name is Savannah. Someone has gout. They try to single you out because you can't be controlled. So they looked at you as something that would be easy to do. You know what I mean? Like, you're not looking, you're not paying attention. They feel like you didn't have anyone. All of that is a part of control. It's many facets, many different layers to this. So as it could be Wesley, you could be from Mississippi, Los Angeles. I'm not sure if Los Santos is actually a real city. I'm not sure, but I see Los Santos. Or you could be playing Grand Theft Auto. Someone named is Pullingham. Someone loves MSG and their fried rice. Ladle, Ladel. Someone's spoon ladle broke, so you may have been cooking and it just broke all of a sudden. Someone needs to clean underneath their sink of the stove. So if you have like a cupboard underneath the stove. What am I talking about? Underneath the stove. A cupboard underneath the stove. That don't make sense. I don't know what that meant. A cupboard underneath the stove. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Someone needs to clean out their fireplace. Someone's been using apple cider vinegar, but it's been making them sick, like the actual liquid. Okay, it may be too strong for you. Someone can't decide on two choices. They want to get their hair done. They want to get braids. I'm here. You want to get braids, but you can't decide if you want to go with box braids or Senegalese. I mean, I say Senegalese, but hey, whatever you want to do. I say Senegalese. It don't matter. Whatever you put would be pretty. But I just heard, I don't know what to choose. Senegalese, I guess. I just hear, I don't know what I want to do with my hair. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. Someone lives in Slidell. I think that's Louisiana. There is an old show or old game on CD-ROM. Child, CD-ROM. Anywho, it's called Gizmos and Gadgets. Take a look at that. Gizmos and Gadgets. And there's a message within there. Gizmos and Gadgets. Yeah, someone's in a lot of pain. Someone's from New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, Virginia, Georgia, Newfoundland, South Dakota, Southwest Dakota, South Mississippi, Mississippi State Line, I'm hearing. Mississippi State Line. LDS, could be someone's initials, LDS. Someone loves peas, green peas. Someone's vaping. Be mindful of that, okay? Yeah, be mindful of the vaping, okay? Someone's name is Saida. S-A-W-E-E-D-A. Saida. Someone loves watermelon. They love melons of any kind. So, they love melons of any kind. I don't know why that just turned to a jingle. Venus, Aquarius, 7th house. Libra, 11th house. Uranus, Moon, Pisces, 7th house. Cancer, South Node, 2nd house. Okay. So Scorpio, Capricorn, Virgo, Cancer, Virgo, Libra. Let's do 4 more. Capricorn, Taurus, Gemini, Libra. Okay? So if that resonates, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Hit that notification bell. Till next time, floss, floss, floss.